What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the MU Stand. King Gamer here. How's everybody doing? This is the post-match reaction for Manchester United versus Aston Villa. So the game ended Manchester United 2, Aston Villa 2. Well, I mean, the performance is just ridiculous, especially in the second half. I'll just get straight into it because that performance in the second half was not what I expected. I mean, the team played really well. I mean, I wouldn't say really well. I would say the team played okay in the first half. I think the first half was decent, but then in the second half, we suffered a lot. Aston Villa got into the game and they managed to control the ball possession as well. And they managed to score 2 goals eventually. I'm not gonna flip because we've drawn this game. I know a lot of Manchester United fans are really mad the fact that we've drawn this game and we conceded a goal at the last minute. But for me, I think the result is fair in terms of how it played out. If you look at the entire second half, I think Villa dominated ball possession and they also dominated the play. Our midfield is just nowhere to be found in the second half. I know we made a lot of changes. We've changed almost like 11 players. I think that's probably the reason why we lost that rhythm and we lost that momentum, is because Ten Hag made almost 11 changes, except the goalkeeper. He made like 10 changes. And the players that came on was not that impressive, in my opinion. I don't think they had the best of games. What do you guys think? For me, Ali, I think my man of the match is Sancho. In that first half, he was really dangerous. He was threatening to score, and he eventually scored as well. A good cross by Luke Shaw, and Sancho scored that first goal. And you say, here we go. Okay, we're going to continue this preseason tour. We've been having a great run of form, and we did manage to get the second goal as well. I believe it was an own goal, but it was Rashford who takes a shot and then deflects into the back of the net. And you think after the game is 2-0, you think that we would go on and to win the match. But eventually, Aston Villa came back in the second half. And the second half was really bad for Manchester United. And this is something we got to worry about, because this is just a friendly match. I mean, imagine this is a game where 3 points is on the line. You know, if that was the case, it would have been a much more difficult game than it already is. I think if we played this game at Aston Villa or somewhere away from home, it would have been a lot difficult. It would be a lot difficult because the team just sunk. The confidence just went lower. The moment we conceded the first goal, the confidence just went low. And I think that needs to change. That needs to change ASAP. Team needs to be calm. We've seen some of the bad stuff we've been seeing in last season. Fred losing the ball in the middle of the park, and also Telles. I believe Telles actually played in the CDM role. That's something that I didn't understand, because I don't think he ever played in that position. But here, I mean, Ten Hag is here to just make changes and experiment a few different things. Obviously, it didn't work because we conceded 2 goals in the second half. But who's your man of the match? Let me know in the comment section. I would give it to Sancho. I think Sancho was my man of the match. Asteroid says, my man of the match is Ashley Young. Ashley Young, he doesn't play for us. But Ashley Young came on and I mean, he was aggressive. He had some kind of like fight with Hannibal, I believe. But Ashley Young is getting old, I think. Yeah. But in terms of the entire performance, I think we did okay. Overall, a draw is a fair result, in my opinion. We could get into the players' rating. I mean, I think I'll start from the goalkeeper, David De Gea. I mean, David De Gea, I think, for me, did okay in the first half. Of course, you can blame him for that second goal. He could have, rushed out to claim the ball, but he's just stayed in his area, and because of that, we conceded the second goal. He is at fault for that second goal, but I would probably give him like 6 out of 10, in my opinion. He was average. Looking at the defense, I think the defense in the first half, Maguire and Lindelof, they were okay in the first half. I think they played okay. Luke Shaw did well in the first half as well. I would give Luke Shaw probably 7. I mean, he was average, but in terms of like creating chances for our offensive players, I think he did assist the first goal, so I would definitely give him a 7. What's next? I think Maguire, I would give him a solid 6.5, because he did save a goal. I think he saved a goal from the line. It could have been a goal. He basically saved a goal, so I would definitely give him 6.5. Lindelof, I would give him a 6. I think the first goal we conceded is because of Lindelof. Lindelof was just backing, and then the opponent striker had just a clear goal of sight, and he scored because of that. I think Lindelof could have been more aggressive to actually charge and take the ball away. So I think I'm gonna give him a 6. He could be at fault for that first goal. Next is Dalot. I think Dalot had a decent game. He supported the attack really well. He didn't have much to do in terms of defending in the first half, especially we dominated the first half. I wouldn't consider him actually making a lot of mistakes. I think he was decent. I would give him 7 out of 10. Asteroid, how's it going? It does look like, I mean, we've had 9 people voted for man of the match. It does look like Sancho is the clear favorite here. 78% for Sancho. Martial 11%, Bruno 11%. I'm gonna get to Rashford and Bruno in a minute. But going back to the conversation, I think that's the rating I have for the 4 defense that we have. In the middle of the park, Donny did well in the first half. I would give him a 6.5, probably 7. He was okay, but he kind of faded away in the second half. That's probably more because of Aston Villa. Aston Villa was just controlling the match in the second half. I think Steven Gerrard made some changes. They've adjusted and got into the second half, and they did okay. I mean, they did fine. So I'd give him a 6. Fred was okay first half. He was losing the ball a lot in the second half before he gets subbed off. I think Fred is an average 6. He lost the ball a couple of times. I would probably give him a 6. Asteroid said face reveal. It's been revealed already, bruh. By the way, guys, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We just finished the watch along. If you missed it, you could actually go check it out. So going back to the rating. Up front, we have Bruno. So we had Rashford, Bruno, Sancho, and Martial. So let's start with Bruno. Okay, Bruno. The past 3 games, he really struggled because he couldn't get involved in the play. He couldn't create the way he wanted. He wasn't involved as much, and this Ten Hag's formation is bringing him some different dimension. And it's becoming Bruno. I think Bruno's struggling a little bit because he's adjusting. The formation is a little bit different than he's used to. He's used to like doing whatever he wants. But in this team, Ten Hag doesn't like just losing the ball. So because of that, Bruno had to be careful with the ball. He had to control the ball as much as well. And because of that, he struggled a little bit. But I would give him an average. I mean, he was 6 as well for me. I would give Bruno a 6. And Sancho, I think he is my man of the match. Sancho was really threatening in the first half, and he did create. I mean, he was dribbling. He was a threat for the defenders. He did well in the first half as well. He also got a goal. He made the game 1-0. Luke Shaw with the assist, and Sancho with the finish to make the game 1-0. And he did well. I mean, he scored a goal. I've been really impressed by Sancho, to be honest. I think he's gonna relish into this Ten Hag's form. He's been doing really well. So I'll give him a 7. He is my man of the match. Smash a like on the video if you think Sancho is your man of the match. Let's go to Rashford. I mean, Rashford... I think Rashford, also an average game. Probably I would give him 6.5. Did they actually give the second goal to Rashford? I didn't check. I thought it was an OG, but if they gave it to him, good for him. But he actually missed that chance, and it got deflected in to score the second goal to make it 2-0 in the first half. But in terms of all-round play, I would just give him a 6. He was average. I don't think he did anything magnificent. He was okay. So I would definitely give him 6, which is an average score. Martial. Here's the thing for me for Martial. Martial have had a great preseason so far. He's been scoring a lot of goals. He's been getting involved with the play. He was decent the past 3 games, but in this game, he struggled a lot. I saw him starving for the ball because there was no creation in the middle of the park. I think Bruno struggled to create any chance for Martial. He was starving. It was like a graveyard shift because Martial was just struggling on his own. He didn't get a single chance during the whole 90 minutes. I mean, I know he didn't play the whole minute, but the entire game, I don't remember a single chance for Anthony Martial. And some people might think that if Cristiano was there, he would have done something. He would have scored, or he would have done this, he would have done that. But I think it could have been any striker in this team today, and they would have struggled because we weren't able to control the game and create chances for the offense. So because of that, for that reason, I'll give him an average 6.5. It's not his fault, by the way, that Martial didn't get any chances. It's just that the way the team was set up, we were not creating enough chances. First half was decent, but in the second half, it just completely gone. So for Ten Hag, I'll give him a 6.5. That's just my rating. I mean, you could call me harsh, but first half, Ten Hag was almost, for me, 8 out of 10. But then in the second half, Steven Gerrard made some changes. And then once he made those changes, Ten Hag was not able to adjust to that formation tweak. So we struggled basically in the second half. Maybe it's because of the personnel we had in the second half. That is the reason why we struggled, if not for the formation we were playing. But I still think we could have done a lot better in the second half. And this team needs a lot of improvement. I mean, look at the squad depth we have. Immediately, you could see the drop-off. You're taking off Sancho and you're putting in Elanga, which is a massive drop-off. I don't care what anybody says. It's a massive drop-off. And that's the reason why we need to go for Anthony in this transfer window. It's because the moment Sancho gets injured, let's say he doesn't play, the second player that comes in to get into his position is Elanga. And Elanga is just not good enough, in my opinion. He can be a bench player, but he could he's definitely not the replacement for Sancho. That's not just the same quality as well. Not even close. Got 11 people watching. Smash a like on the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Who's your man of the match? Let me know in the chat. I'll just wait for your chat to come in. What do you guys think about who the man of the match is for you? I mean, for me, you see it there. I picked Sancho. But yeah, going back to the conversation of having a squad depth, I think our squad depth is just not good enough. It's just not good enough because, okay, defensively we had Varane and Iqbal to come on. Okay, we bought Martinez. Defensively, I think we are solid. We don't need any players defensively. If Wan-Bissaka leaves, I think we need to buy a right back. And it looks like Wan-Bissaka could leave as well because he's struggling and Ten Hag hasn't been picking him in the squad. Asteroid said, I'm a Liverpool fan and I thought Sancho was fantastic. I agree, Asteroid, because I think Sancho was really, really good in the first half. Hopefully he can keep this momentum into the season because that's exactly what we need. When the season starts, we need Sancho just to kick on and start doing his thing. That's what we need. Yeah, going back to the conversation of squad depth, I think our squad depth is solid defensively, is okay. And if Wan-Bissaka leaves, obviously we're gonna have to buy a right back. Dumfries is an option. I think we can go get him. I think we can get him for like 15, 20 mil. He's not that expensive, so we could definitely go for him if Wan-Bissaka leaves. But defensively, I'm okay with the team. But in the middle of the park, we still need to sign De Jong. And I still think this team needs a CDM. We don't have a CDM in this team. We don't have a replacement for Matic. And there is no replacement for Matic. Who's going to play in Matic's position? Is that Fred? Is that McTominay? Because we've seen them last season, they can't do it. I don't know if Ten Hag is planning on putting De Jong as a CDM, but I don't know if that is his preferred position. I think De Jong should be playing with another CDM next to him. So we need to go get a CDM and plus De Jong. So that's 2 players already. We yet to sign those 2. And then in the forward position, I think we need to go get Anthony, because Anthony is a good starter on that left-hand side or right-hand side. You can put him anywhere. I believe you can put him anywhere in that front line and he would start. So we need that replacement as well. Not to mention the fact that Cristiano might leave. That is the problem. Like if Cristiano leaves, Are you guys telling me that Martial is going to score 24, 25, 26 goals per season? If that's what you think, let me know in the chat, because I don't believe so. I still think, even if we have Cristiano, I still think we need to go get another striker. And Asteroid is saying Liverpool getting Anthony. No chance, bro. I don't think so. I don't think so. Where are you going to play him? I mean, you're not going to play him. Where are you going to play Anthony in Liverpool? But we really don't care about Liverpool, you know. This is a Manchester United channel. So I'm worried about the squad depth. I'm really, really worried about the squad depth. What do you guys think about the squad depth? I mean, leave your comments in. I want to know, because in my opinion, we need at least 3 players to sign. We need a CDM, we need to sign De Jong, and we need to sign Anthony up front. These are like 3 players. Not to mention, if Cristiano leaves, we need to sign another forward as well. So that's basically the reality. I mean, this is, by the way, a reality check for Manchester United. This is going to be the teams that we're going to be facing in the Prem. So this was our first test in preseason, and we failed to deliver. In my opinion, we failed to deliver. But our next game, let me just quickly check when our next game is. So looking at our next game is on Saturday next week against Atletico Madrid. I expect to see Eriksen and Martinez get involved in that game, hopefully. Hopefully those two can play that game. I can't wait to see those 2 players get in and perform, because the current team we have is just... We know most of the players. I mean, we know what they do. So, there's nothing new. One thing you cannot deny is that Ten Hag has made a massive difference. He has made a massive difference in this team. He brought a very, very strong tactical nous to this team. And tactically, we look solid, and it looks like everybody knows what they're doing, you know, like compared to before under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Ragnick. I mean, the team was just all over the place. We weren't playing at all. Like, we were just trying to hit teams on a counter. But Ten Hag is actually building a team here. And this team, clearly, you can see they want to keep the ball. They want to have ball possession. And we want to keep more ball possession. That's what we're trying to do. I think the video is freezing up here. What is going on? Okay, we're back. I mean, sorry about that, guys. I think it was, for some reason, it was freezing. But I was talking about the squad depth we have compared to Tottenham, Chelsea. We can compete with them. For me, like, the favorite for that top 4 position is Tottenham. At the moment, Tottenham is the favorites. Antonio Conte got the team straight already. And our team lacks squad depth. So that's something we got to focus on, and that's something that we need to be concerned about going into the season. That's the only thing I'm not positive about, you know? That's the only thing I'm worried about. So what do you guys think? You think this squad is good enough to finish in the top 4? Leave your comments in. I want to know, because how many people actually think this team is good enough to finish in the top 4? Let's see. Let me see in the chat. How many people actually think this team could finish in the top 4? Because I'm not that confident, to be honest. Like, really, I'm not that confident. We still need we need to sign a couple of players to actually have a good squad depth. Not to mention there's a World Cup in between. Like in November or something, there's a World Cup going on. So definitely, most of the players might get tired. And we need squad depth, we need squad rotation. And our team clearly doesn't have it so far. We're not going to be playing Elanga and what's his name? Chong. Chong should be loaned out. I don't know why he's playing today, by the way. Have you guys seen him? Why is Chong playing as a striker in the second half? Is he staying in this team? Is he gonna be the backup striker for Anthony Martial? It's a big concern. It's just a big concern, in my opinion. What do you guys think? But yeah, I'm not furious about the result. I'm content. I think that's the right word. The preseason game. I'm not gonna be overly excited if we win, but I'm not also gonna overreact if we lose or draw a game. I think this was a decent workout for the team. I think they did okay overall. It was an average performance. I wouldn't say the entire team was outstanding. It was an okay performance. It was a big test, as Aston Villa was well prepared for this match, and they were tough. They were tough. Let me quickly check. By the way, guys, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're nearly try to hit 15K here. Yeah, so clearly, I mean, I'm looking at the chat here and 16 people voted and everyone thinks, I mean, 69% of you think that Sancho is man of the match. And then you have Martial and Bruno, 12% each. Yeah, I would say fair share. So our next game is on Saturday against Atletico Madrid. So we're definitely gonna do a watch along for that one as well. Be sure to check us out and join us in. I'm gonna wrap up here. Thanks everyone for joining. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And we are out. Peace.